Welcome back to this Board Game Officer. Today we're doing a review for the Mayday Ultimate Game Bag. This is a prototype. This is not sponsored in any way. I am going to return this bag just so you guys know. No real biases here other than my normal biases, I guess, right? So let's go ahead and go over just kind of the specs of the bag here at first. So we've got 20 inches tall from top to bottom through here. Width-wise, we got 15 inches, and depth-wise here we got 12.5 inches. Now, this has so many pockets, which I think is my favorite part about this bag here. As you can see, we've got this pocket up here, which I'll kind of zoom in here and show some pictures, but we've got some tiny epic dungeon in here. We've got two 18 hex games in here. We've got 3D printed, not organization, but like play stuff, right? It's not gonna fit in the box, right? The little deck holders, that fits in there, easily zips up. That type of additive is great. I love having that separate pocket for those little things, especially because I like 3D printing things. So I have a lot of little knickknacks for games. Anyway, so that's really nice. Then we've got this front pocket here, which you'll actually see. I've got more 3D printed stuff. This here is for Madara. Fits perfectly in there, nice and flat. So that was just one that fit quite nicely on Quinkadink, I guess. But as you can see, we got 3 more pockets here. You got a pocket you can place your little player aid, or not player aid, but player tracker there. We've got a deck of cards here, which is actually for Pioneer Rails, actually. This is from the prototype that I did a video of. But deck of cards, we've got extra dice in here. We've got extra coins in here, right? So all of this stuff is just so much nicer to have rather than it just floating around in the bag. As you can see, zips right back up just like that. Super nice there. So we've got those 2 pockets. Again, another pocket is, as you can see right here, we've got a water bottle pocket, and I don't have any big game mats, so I can't really show this off, but it's got this clip so you could put a game mat on there. I know Rado, he's got a video that shows right the map in there, but the other nice thing is it's got 2 of them. So you got 1 on each side. You can put, if you got 2 play mats, or if you just want it for a water bottle, it's kind of great for that as well. Then let's go ahead and open up this pocket here. This is going to be your main pocket here. As you can see, it's got plenty of space for plenty of games. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in here, which 2 of those games are a lot thicker there. So if you had more of these like normal size thickness box, you'd probably fit 1 or 2 more in there. It's got great space even there, so you could put one up top there. It does say on the Kickstarter that it can fit TI4. However, I do not have that game, so I can't really show you, but one that I can show you, which I know is another kind of a bigger game, is this Clank Legacy here. So we'll undo this. So as you can see here, even standing upwise, it fits perfectly. You could even put some more of these in here. All right, there you could, I mean, look, you've got plenty of space here. Place these games. You've even got more vertical space here. Place a little skinnier game here. I mean, the space here is enough. I don't think this is like bigger than other board game bags. I think it's pretty equivalent to all the others, but it's definitely still got plenty of space for you. Now, a couple other things that are really nice is these zippers. They did say they kind of upgraded these zippers. So you've got good heavy duty zippers here. Also on the Kickstarter, you'll see it can hold up to 70 pounds, which is about 34 kilos. I mean, here right here, I probably have about 30 or 40 pounds with all this games, and up there and my water bottle and everything. Now, when we go for the padding here, right? Because that's one of the big things why you want these is because of that padding, right? The padding is nice, it's thick, but it's still nice and soft here on all 4 sides here. That is really nice to have. Another thing that's really nice that I didn't really think about, but are these feet here. So when you place it down on the ground, when you set it down, it's not gonna tear up that bottom part there. So that is actually super nice to have those little feet per se there. Now, another thing that it does have, because it's the prototype, I don't actually have it with me, but in here, it does have some Velcro, some of the soft Velcro here. So you could actually put dividers in here. It will come with a little divider, just Velcros from one side to the other. So if you need to break stuff up, you definitely can inside. Like I said, this is the prototype, so I don't have those things that could break it up, but that definitely is there as an option, which I think is good because when you got different size games, sometimes those dividers can be really quite nice. Another thing I want to talk about here is back here, it does have this little guy here, which I'll show a little video here. So this is so you can put it on a little cart thing, right? You could slide onto a cart or a dolly and you can roll it around. However, I don't know how many people actually have that. But one thing that I've seen that's really cool is you could actually use a luggage, like a suitcase. So if you're flying somewhere and you want the game bag and a suitcase, you could actually strap this to that little pulling handle. So you could roll it around the airport as you're going out. You don't have to put it on your back. You can add it to there, which I think that is actually quite nice. Now that we're looking at the side as well, these backstrap straps, they got a little pad to them. That's quite nice. They've got this reinforced thing here, so I don't feel like it's going to break at all. It's got the front clip, which, I mean, all backpacks are going to have that now, which I do really like. So let's go ahead and go back to the front here. Right, another way to carry it is it does have these carrying handles. It's got the thing to Velcro it together, so it stays right there. It gives you a little bit of comfort for your hand as well, right? Just like any bag. I don't think that's anything too special there. So that was kind of the basics and my opinions in it a lot. So just to go over my big pros is 100% the top thing is the pockets. I think that the pockets are super, super nice. A lot more organized than just throwing everything into one big pocket there. Especially this pocket, you can put a lot of these small games in here, so they're not floating around in the big pocket there. And it's nice and deep. I mean, I've got 2 of these games in here of the 18 hex games. You know, I've got 3D printed stuff. Anyways, I love these pockets. Probably my favorite thing about this bag is the pockets. And to go along with those are these side pockets. Like I said, I don't have game mats, so I wish I could. But the idea to be able to carry game mats, I think it's great. Because you don't want to smash them in there, fold them all weird and whatnot. Just roll them up, stick them there. I think it's fantastic. Or for me, right, throwing a water bottle in there so you got a water bottle. The other big pro is going to be the padding. I think the padding is pretty good. I don't know if it's better than others, to be full honest, but it's definitely there, or it's something that you want to know with these bags, right? That I do think that the padding is pretty good in here. I definitely don't think that's lacking at all, right? The zippers are going to be real good. They're not catching. They don't feel like they're going to fall off at all. I feel like they're good quality zippers there. And then the last thing that I like is this little carrying thing. So if you could hook it on. I don't have a little carrier thing, but the fact that you can put it into a suitcase, so if you're going to some convention, taking some games, this is a good way that you could take that with your suitcases there. Now, I only got one negative thing to say here. But before I do that, let's go ahead and have a word about my sponsor. So my sponsor, as you can see here, is BoardGame Officer. I want to give a big thanks out to BoardGame Officer because he makes this stuff possible to make these videos for you guys. So big shout out to BoardGame Officer. Go ahead and go subscribe to his channel. All right, now we're back. Now let's go ahead and talk about the one thing that my one gripe. My only one gripe is a lot of the board games board game bags have that zipper come up to the top, right? They kind of zip around and to the top. I do like that because sometimes it makes it easier. Those top games between that lip sometimes, right? You got this lip here. And so sometimes these top games can get kind of cramped in there. They fit, but you got to cramp it past that lip. And so that's why those other board game bags kind of come up and around. So it kind of gives that a little bit more of a spread so you can put games in and out easier. I do kind of miss that. However, the reason they don't have it is so you can have this pocket, right? Which is one of my favorite things. So that's why I say it's just kind of a gripe, but not really. Because I think between the two, I would rather have the big pocket. If I could choose one, have that big round or the pocket, I would choose the pocket. But I do, putting this in and out, they're definitely going to catch the corner a little bit more. So I just do want to talk about that because that is different with this game bag. I think it has, you can see on it, they did a lot of tests on it to see the quality of it, seeing how much this handle could carrying up to 70 pounds. You don't have to worry about it breaking. You don't have to worry about being gentle with it other than to protect your games, right? But the bag itself, I think is going to last for sure. This is on Kickstarter right now. It's got about 2 weeks left. So go ahead. The link is down below. Go ahead and check it out and I will see you later.